Now this is where it gets good. We are in the outdated scaling armor with low stats. This guy is in the updated uber scaling with OP gear. We've got no pets, no armor, we've got the different weapons actually. But this should be a pretty difficult fight, and I might have to bring in some illegal technologies to get it done. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so we're definitely not cooking this guy without some outside interference. But so far he's attacked with energy, fire, and then his basic attack was with earth. So beating this guy is going to be a serious challenge. Forgot to turn on the audio, but the secret weapon here is gonna be, first I attempted to smuggle in the Franken shield, but unfortunately it did not work. I also attempted to smuggle in the pumpkin armor, again did not work. What I was able to smuggle in was the deathless Drakel. Now this guy should have an 80% infliction ratio. Well, my charisma is 35, maybe not quite 80%. And I did try to smuggle in a weapon as well, but the weapon did not get smuggled in either. Damn, okay. So definitely we're going to be struggling with this guy, but I do have... And he also changes your stats. Let's attack. Let's see how much damage we do. We don't do that much. Tracer locked on. What does that mean? Oh my gosh, this guy just did 0 damage because of the damage reduction. Let's drink a potion. Is that a darkness attack did you hit me with? No, it was earth. Okay, so the energy fire one is the one that's killing me. Let's see what the tracer locked on does. Tracer activated, tracer locked on. Okay. So the Shadowscythe Mecha is going to be a challenge for another day. Gonna have to do some investigating, some strategizing, and see what else we can possibly bring in to take on this guy. Might use some ally assists, might use some diabolical means. I don't know if it's even possible. We'll have to see what happens, but yeah, so pretty exciting. They made a new Unbeatable by accident, but I am looking forward to playing around with this and seeing what I can make happen. Welcome back, everybody. So we are continuing the saga of taking on the Megascythe monster. However, unfortunately, and let me fix this window real quick. So unfortunately, I recorded a clip attempting to smuggle in the Franken shield item, which is a temporary item you can get from mogloween. Actually, I think this guy hits with fire. I forget to be. Oh, what the heck? So I attempted to smuggle in an energy shield to defend against his attacks a little bit, as well as the Necromancer pet. Now the Necromancer Drakel pet I could smuggle in, but it wasn't enough damage to outpace the incoming damage. And unfortunately, I only had 3 potions, of course, to work with, because the quest limits you to those 3 potions. Green Dragon's off arena. I gotta click this, summon my dragon. There we go. So I wasn't able to take down the boss, and I lost the recording of trying it, which is a bummer, but no big deal. But during the course of testing, I did actually find something else pretty interesting in this quest. So I'm going to be rushing through some monsters in a pretty casual Ranger Beastmaster setup. Oh, he sometimes attacks with wind. Okay. It's a bit of a problem, to be honest, but oh well. We'll see what we can do. Alright, let's see if he attacks with wind now. On to Dragon Lord. Divine Yada Mirror. I've got some fun, or in my opinion, fun-looking weapons I've been using. Alright, he seems to mostly attack with wind. Could be 50-50, just some RNG, but no big deal. Anyways, I'm going to be killing some monsters pretty chill until I find the monster that I am really looking for. So I will speed up the clip, play some nice music, and I will see you. Okay, and here we are against my nemesis, the Drakel Swordmistress. Now, you saw I was actually dealing with some random element monsters earlier. The Drakel Gunner, or the Drakel Helicopter Gunner, whatever he's called. He can attack with wind or fire, so you have to be able to defend against both, or you have to chug potions like I did. The Drakel Caster, I forget what elements he can attack with, but at least energy and fire, and I think some others as well. The Drakel Swordmistress, if you read her description, she is an elite part of the Drakel Enforcer Squad, highly skilled in melee combat, and armed with a variety of deadly weapons. So she does a few pretty cool things. First off, she can attack with melee or range, depending on what your higher defense is. So if my melee defense is higher, she'll attack with melee. If my range defense is higher, if my melee defense is higher, she will attack with ranged. So watch this. She's going to attack me with a range attack. Now I'm going to do something else here also to try and work towards, well, I'm going to take a lot of damage this turn, but all for the sake of explanation. So look, she's going to attack with ranged because my range defense is lower. And you notice she took out an energy bat. Why did she take out an energy bat, you ask? Because energy is my highest resistance. So first she attacks with the beam attack. Now, okay, let's say maybe I don't want to deal with that energy attack, so I'll switch to my energy armor. What's my highest resistance here? Looks to be ice, earth, or water. So I'm going to equip a water shield. Why not? But let's see what she attacks with now. So my melee defense is... Oh, my melee defense is still higher. I gotta use a different shield. Now my melee should be the same, so she should attack with melee. Yep, and now my defenses are equal, so she attacks with melee. So first she has her most accurate attack style, and her stats are about the same as you saw. Ignore that they're so high. We love this bug. We are fans of this bug, because it makes content more interesting. But as you can see, what she also does is Ellie seeks your weakest resistance. So that is quite obviously a bit of a problem for a guy like me, because I'm simply not built to deal with that. Now what you could do is you could set your awe armor to, or your no drop armor to neutral element, and then you'd have a pretty good chance at solving it. But what I'm instead going to do is try and tank it kind of as intended in an off element armor. So first, I hate the way that the bun look. Well, I don't hate the way, but I don't want to look like the bun. So we're going to use a fire armor because why not? And then I'm going to use my ice misc to cut my incoming ice damage in half. So now instead of 90% resistance, I have 40% resistance. And for my shield, I could run any shield, But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run High Oracle's Taladosian Ward, which has a chance to cut the damage in half when they attack me. Now, of course, you could run a more optimal shield, like a universal defensive shield, like Madam, for example, would be a lot better than this, but we're having fun here, we're messing around. And something cool I think you can do is I'm going to use Pride Lord for the defensive bonus it gives. So this guest is now multiplying my incoming ice damage by 0.86. So it's a very rare mechanic you see utilized, but we're going to be doing it today. So now I should be good to attack and take way less than 1,000 damage in this 3-hit armor. Unless she attacks with light. Okay. So the light and the ice resistance are equal, but apparently light is above the order in ice. Or if I take off Void Visor, what will happen? Will she attack with ice instead? No, she'll still attack with light. Okay. Okay, so that's a problem. And I'll be honest, I'm bummed that that happened because finding this monster can be a hassle. I reset like 20 times to find it one time. So instead, we're going to pivot. Right now, I have Green Dragon Guardian, which is an Earth defensive misc, and I have Void Visor, which is an Ice defensive misc. Those are the only ones I have. So we're going to go to my Wind Armor, which has 90 to Earth resistance, 90 to Light, and also 90 to Water. So let's see if Earth is the first element that she attacks with. Because if it's not Earth, we'll have to retool our plan and get some different elements going. Okay, so he does attack with Water. Okay. So I'm going to rekit my inventory, come right back to this fight, and go in with the Pride Lord, Void Visor, Gyro Symbiote defensive strategy. Okay, so I was resetting to fight the Drakel Swordmistress, and I stumbled upon Commander Kragg, who is just so weird. I just have to fight him. Kragg has given up most of his living body and replaced it with magically powered mecha parts. He is among the most warlike Drakel and will stop at nothing to find an ultimate weapon to help him fight the terrible destroyer that is prophesized to return. So this guy must be pre-Devour Saga. He has really high luck. He just attacked me with fire. I'm going to split my resistances between Earth and Fire, I think. So I've got my Fire Armor here. Yeah, I've got my Fire Armor. What element am I going to attack him with? Ice, Earth, Light, or Darkness? Energy is 150. We're actually going to use Invigorating Surfboard then. So this is a Golden Gift Box weapon which heals you based on your hit count and on the energies and the monster's energy resistance. So I think that's pretty fun. And then you know what, we're just going to go Dragon build because why not? We've got the Dragon Pet. Now we've got the Dragon Guest. And I'm going to use Fruitcake Brick for some SP management. Should be pretty chill. Let's see what we can do here. Or just see how this guy looks. Oh my gosh, Ferocious Strike on the beam attack. Now he attacks for Earth, okay. So he has a fire attack, he has an earth attack. I might kill him too fast, I want to see all his moves. He has an energy attack as well. Wait, no, what is this? What the hell is going on? Did he just transform into a mech? Okay, I gotta remove my guest and pet so I kill him a little slower. What's going on? Oh, now he swings on me for Earth. Is he always gonna swing on me for Earth? What's gonna happen next turn? This is so fun. Oh man, what's going on? Okay. Instead of Fruitcake Brick, we're gonna go Green Dragon Defender, because now we get that Earth defense. Oh, he's gonna blast me with a flamethrower. Oh, no way. This is peak AQ, I feel. Damn. Oh, and now I get my dragon to obliterate him. The dragon has a different animation depending on the element. That's crazy, I never knew that. Because I used it with an ice weapon before and it was like an ice beam. Oh, this is sick though. What a cool retro fight. That's just awesome. And he turns into a grid when he dies. Man, I'm so glad I bumped into that fight. What a relic of AQ's history, man. Okay, baby, we're so back. Alright, Drakel Swordmistress obliterates me with water damage. Now, the plan is, we are in the Sweater Dragon mount, which you may have seen just now. And what this does is it has a mount up. So this is the FO mode and you do about 5% more damage. This is the FD mode, you take about 5% less damage. So it's a defensive armor, which I think is going to be great because of course we're taking our off element. And the main trick we're going to do here is use Fruitcake Brick, which is a water resistance misc. It'll cut my damage down by half, even though my highest resistance on my elemental page is still water. Now that being said, because it's water not ice, I can't use Pride Lord, but I think that'll make it a little more challenging, which is good. And I'm also going to use Chiaro Symbiote to reduce the damage by 15% further. And now finally, like you saw before, I am going to be using High Oracle's Taladosian Ward, which gives me, I think, a 10% chance of reducing the damage by 50%. So nothing crazy, but fun and interesting. Now for my weapon, I'm going to be using the Invigorating Unity Surfboard, which, while I'm not a huge fan of it overall because Nickel Clad is a really good free-to-play option, it does have a lot of healing, so I'm going to be using it. And just go into town, see if I can take on this Drakel Swordmistress, and see what else I need to do. With that being said, I am also going to run a guest because I'll have enough SP with the Fruitcake Brick to run it indefinitely. And I think the guest I'm going to pick is... we'll switch around, but I'll start with Poutine Golem. He's a funny little guy. Okay, let's see how this fight goes. What I'm also going to do is open the battle log so that I can see how much I heal every turn. So now we've gone from taking 1,000 damage every turn to taking only a couple hundred. So we should be in good here. Like 494, that's still pretty huge. Let's see how much I'm healing. 52 HP per hit. Okay, that's not half bad. Not quite the damage I'm taking either. And I got dazed by the beams. Are you serious right now? Ah, whatever. I guess I don't have luck. So it seems like we're going to need some potions at some point to heal this up. Which is okay. No big deal. But I really just wanted to showcase this monster as one of the reasons that this accidental change to old scaling monsters is such a good thing. Because it really, like, you would never blink twice at this quest before this change that made their stats go crazy. Like, you would never look at it. You would never be interested. But now, there's a Drakel Swordmistress who hits you for 1k if you're not paying attention, and you have to actually work to beat the quest. And the same for the Drakel Air Raider. It can hit with fire or wind and do a ton of damage. Same with General Kragg, who knows who that guy was, but he hits really hard, and he's an old school, really retro boss that you'd never see in a normal situation. So I just think that those things are really good changes for the game, and even though it might have been unintentional, might have been a bug, we should keep them in game. So I think they're pretty great. And yeah, so that's going to be pretty much the video. I'm going to take down this Swordmistress. I'm going to have to drink some potions along the way, of course. But I just wanted to showcase another quest that has this fun level scaling mechanic that people can play. Devour Saga quests have it, Sathas quests have it. Again, I'm really looking for more content with these wacky monsters. So if you know of other quests you've played through that randomly the monsters hit super hard and you had to one-shot them or cheese them in some way, let me know. Because I would love to play with more different quests and more different random old monsters than just these ones I've found so far on my own. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to speed up the clip a little bit, switch to some other weapons, maybe the Moonlight Predator Spear. Yeah, we're gonna use some poison. This is from the Chupacabra quest, the mini quest, and basically what it does, you pay a lot of SP to inflict a lot of poison each turn based on your hits. But I am not inflicting at all, which is a real bummer. But I'm not too worried about the SP gain because again, I've got Fruitcake Brick feeding me up with that passive SP. Oh, and yeah, so there's the water animation. The water animation is different, and we got all 4 hits for the poison. So 4 turns of power 5 poison, which is just awesome. 200 damage for 4 turns, it'll be like 800 damage. Swordmistress is cooked. But I'm about to be cooked if I'm not careful, so let me drink a potion real quick. There we go. And let's see, what I want to finish with a different pet. Let's use Gemini Pendant. because nobody uses Gemini Pendant anymore. I'm back to Fruitcake Brick, and we'll drink a potion to be safe. What weapon am I going to finish? I'll finish it with the Terror Eater weapon. Click the blade to swap to a ranged spear. Oh, and look at that animation for the dark attack. Oh, they killed it on this armor. It's a shame it's kind of dog water. I say that, but I use it a lot. I go back and forth on this armor. Man, but look at that. That's just awesome. That is just awesome. It's got 8 different elements. Maybe more for Harm and Void. I don't know. But that's cool. But that's going to be the video. I really enjoyed this quest. Wasn't able to take down the Super Mecha, but I had some fun along the way and found some new challenges to go after. So pretty exciting stuff. I really enjoyed recording this and playing around with my items. And I hope you did as well. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you find any other quests like this, and have a great day. Bye bye.